Listen to these words. You, ma'am, have overstepped a line that is not your domain. I am not your subject. I am the man who keeps you free. Those words are from a former Marine to Democratic Senator Dianne Feinstein of California, telling her that he would not register his weapons with the government even if her proposed ban on assault weapons is passed. The letter started on a CNN report and has gained lots of attention online. Joshua Boston, an Afghanistan veteran, joins me now from Louisville. Your reports, Joshua, have gone viral, more than 250,000 views in the last few days. What made you write it, and did you ever think that it would get so much attention?
I didn't expect it to get as much attention as it did, but these things happen. I wrote it because I kept seeing in the news this debate about gun control, and all the points being brought up by Senator Feinstein, a lot of it's misinformation, and it seems to be, it's fear-mongering that she's spreading, and it's being perpetrated by the media as well. There's just not a whole lot of double-checking and not a lot of facts coming out in this discussion.
Well, you wrote this letter. I'm curious, is it in regards to any proposed assault weapon ban or specifically the senators?
Specifically the one she posted up on her webpage a few days ago. She said she intends to bring it in as soon as possible in this next congressional session.
So what will you do if an assault weapon ban is passed?
Well, I'm not going to be registering, and precedent's already been set by David Gregory, who apparently doesn't have to abide by the laws of Washington, D.C., so why should I have to abide by
we don't know that. There was some miscommunication there, apparently, but what will you do then? You won't register, and what do you think might happen to you?
Well, I mean, whatever happens, happens, but I have a right granted to me by the Second Amendment in our Bill of Rights, and it says shall not be infringed.
Most, if not all, assault weapon bans are looking towards the future. They're not retroactive. Now, according to Feinstein, her bill will ban the sale, the transfer, the importation, and the possession, not retroactively, but prospectively. It will ban the same for big clips, drums, or strips of more than 10 bullets. And in response to your letter, I want to read the statement that the senator released. She writes, Senator Feinstein respects Corporal Boston's service. She has heard from thousands of people, including many gun owners, who support her plan to stop the sale, transfer, importation, and manufacturing of assault weapons and large-capacity magazines, strips, and drums that hold more than 10 rounds. As Senator Feinstein has said, the legislation will be carefully focused to protect the rights of existing gun owners by exempting hundreds of weapons used for hunting and sporting purposes. That was from her office. What do you make of that?
I'm still confused as to where the hunting and sporting clause is in the Second Amendment. It's nowhere to be found in the Bill of Rights or the Constitution, so I don't understand what she means.
So when you look at those things that happen, like the shooting in Newtown or the shooting in Aurora, Colorado, you don't think that there should be any change to the law?
The laws we have are extensive. I mean, there's over 2,000 gun laws as it is, and the fact of the matter is predators are amongst us, and we have to recognize that fact. We don't live in a utopia. Our citizens have to be armed to protect themselves from these madmen.
So what is the solution then? I mean, is that the solution to stop these tragedies, is for everyone to be armed? How do you stop this from happening again?
Not for everyone, but it certainly ups the probability of successfully stopping a shooter before you have 20 dead, 30 dead.
Joshua Boston.
I mean, people will choose or whether or not.
Go on.
People will choose whether or not to carry if they want to. I've made that choice, as have hundreds of thousands of other Americans. And should we unfortunately ever find ourselves in a situation to protect others in our lives, we will.
But the law is the law if it becomes law and you're just willing to break it.
Unconstitutional laws aren't laws.
Okay. I'll leave it at that. Joshua Boston, thank you very much. And do keep us posted on what comes of your letter.
I will. Thank you, Randy. Unconstitutional laws aren't laws. Unconstitutional laws aren't laws. Unconstitutional laws aren't laws.